This is my second compilation video from the shorts. The previous one I actually liked doing, so I'm doing it again, and it probably will become a habit. And in this you see the different shorts in a row. That's a longer format, but in a standing format at the same time. The nice thing about it is that the messages between them become more clear because they are additions to the regular video. They are not just videos by themselves, and they are not splinters from the other one. Like when you use an AI, you use splinters from your existing video. And I started first before AI started becoming used to that also by myself, by just splitting off pieces from the video. And I never really liked that because it's not very creative. And now at this moment I have the feeling like I can put my creativity in there. I am a painter after all originally, and I am a poet. I wrote poetry also as a teenager, you can say, a long time ago. And as a result of that, the artistic part of my job I really like. This is the reason why I do this, besides wanting to inform you about all these kind of things. And this time it is about policy building with my video, policy building. And policy building is something that we have to do every day by ourselves, and we have to also pay attention to how other people are policy building, because policy building can ruin your country, can ruin your life, but it also can make it wonderful. Whatever country you go in the world, you know what you're going to get in that country, because you can know about its democratic system or about its authoritarian system or about any other kind of system. But in every form of court, there is always going to be a ruling class, and there is going to be a bidding class, a class of people who are speaking for interest groups that are in a particular kind of need. And most of the people, we, the normal people, we are not in that system. We are not represented there. We maybe choose for a political party, but they have their own political agenda, and either you align with it or not. So this is your choice, align or not. It's not that you have a real influence, but you do have an influence, because every time when you make a choice about what you buy, it's not that you have a real influence. But you do have an influence, because every time when you make a choice about what you buy and what you do and what you say and what you think, you have an influence on the development of your society. So for instance, we are living in a time when environmental change is very clear. The global heat in general becomes hotter, and that means that in some places it becomes colder.
It also means that water levels are rising, the microplastics in nature are more and more, and there's all kinds of other impacts that are there that are harming our lives. And we know what is the causes of these things. Our cars, our factories, our plastics, lots and lots of stuff that we use.
That is all influencing the nature around us and also our society, and also therefore our well-being. Because if our resources, our natural resources, become short, countries start infighting in themselves, and they start fighting with you. You may know that I'm a teacher of Wudang, Tai Chi Chuan, of Qigong, Daoist meditation, Daoist medicine, of food medicine, and so on. When you are thinking about Wudang Daoist culture as a whole, exercising is not the only thing. Basically, the way how you work on the improvement of society as a whole, this is the core of your being a Daoist. That means repairing roads, making sure that people don't fall over the snow, making sure that people get healing or health, making sure that society is peaceful and harmonious, and that people get along fine with each other. And this is mostly invisible work. It is part of the reflection of you yourself as a moral person. So this is how you build policy in your life, and how that policy affects other people in your life. This is called the true healing. This week I have been more busy than normal, and as a result of that I was not very regular with posting videos. But I got a question from somebody about how to set up a good policy for changing the order of my life. Well, first of all, you have to have discipline. So that means that at the moment when you are trying to change the nature of your life, you have to set up a discipline. And reusing things, of course, is a very useful aspect of resetting that. But also, for instance, in your behavior, for instance, always try to be kind and friendly to people. This makes you feel more connected with your environment, and as a result of that, you start thinking differently about your environment. You start thinking differently about the goodness and the badness of people. In the same way, if you see garbage on the floor somewhere, you can clean it up and put it in a garbage bin somewhere. Somebody was sloppy with it. Probably that person knows, thinking differently about the goodness and the badness of people. In the same way, if you see garbage on the floor somewhere, you can clean it up and put it in a garbage bin somewhere. Somebody was sloppy with it. Probably that person knows, and then the next day it will see it is gone. It will take it probably as like, oh, okay, so I don't have to worry about these things. There's a cleaning service somewhere. Well, you are then at that moment that cleaning service. At the moment when you are trying to change your diet, for instance, you can start small, because skipping all of a sudden from the addiction of meat to vegetarian is very difficult. First of all, read into the topic. I have a course on how to eat and how to experience food in such a way that it benefits your health. But the main thing is that you are trying to come to understand how food feeds you and teaches you how to be a healthy person. And a healthy person doesn't mean that you're not aging, it doesn't mean that you cannot be sick, but it means that you are easy to repair and to restore from disease, and this is the main thing. I am currently wrapping up the videos that I'm making about policy making. I think it has become clear to you. My advice for you about yourself is that you have to understand that your life is a matter of policy making all the time. When you are making decisions about your life, you're developing policies, and you may say, oh, but governments, when they have policy makers, these people, they are all the time having lobbyists advising them. You have lobbyists too. Your mind is separated in different kind of needs and desires, and these all are lobbying all the time for their attention. Are they screaming for coffee or for ice cream or for cookies or for meat? All the things that you already know that they are not really very good for you. So at the moment when you are really trying to improve the quality of your life and you try to take into control what you can do in life, then at that moment